Hey, this is Hans-Peder, and I want to have you another, quote I really enjoy and I think is awesome. This one is from Richard Feynman, and the quote basically is, I've written it down because I can't remember it in my head, that's how professional I am. Being wrong isn't a bad thing, like they teach you in school. It's an opportunity to learn something. I'll say it again. Being wrong isn't a bad thing, like they teach you in school. It's an opportunity to learn something. And I think this is a really important quote that every single person in the world should take to heart. Because even if it's not for school, even if it's through a parent or society or other things, like you are pretty much taught, like, oh, don't make mistakes, you have to do this and blah blah blah. We're not really taught that mistakes are an awesome opportunity to grow. A lot of us fear rejection, a lot of us fear making mistakes, a lot of us fear failure. But in reality, these things are really an opportunity to learn something and to grow. And I think that's why this quote is so freaking amazing. And it's also from Richard Feynman, who's this famous scientist who also was an incredible teacher and was really able to teach subjects that normally people normally wouldn't understand unless you were a scientist and studied the physics and stuff yourself. So yeah, it's from a really reliable source, and the quote in itself is really important. And also in general, because I think there's two facets to it. The first one I just mentioned, with people are really afraid to be wrong and to make mistakes and fail. And the other part is that people want to be right. You have the one part where you don't want to make mistakes. Another part is you want to be right in, like, when you discuss things and like you have your beliefs. So instead of looking for the truth and, oh, can I learn something, a lot of people discuss and argue and really get their, yeah, don't know how to really pronounce it, but like really get angry and try to hold to their beliefs, like, oh no, I'm right, you're wrong, and really get mad. And people want to be right and really don't want to have a false belief or be rejected or fail of things like that, when really these are the things that really teach you something. Because if you think about it, in the first category, not making mistakes and not being rejected and things like that, when it's achieving things, that's a pretty bad, way to live. Because if you're not going to make mistakes and be rejected and fail at some point, you're not going to take action. Because if you take action, that's the consequence of taking action. Because then you learn from your mistakes, you take action again, you get better, you make mistakes, and that's how you grow, and get better. So if you're afraid to fail and make mistakes and learn from, these failures and mistakes, then you're not really going to grow and get good at something. And the other part of people, not wanting to be wrong in their beliefs, and when, holding tight to beliefs, don't want to be wrong there either, because they would, twist their egos. I don't know how to pronounce it either, but people get pissed off when, you say, hey, you're wrong. No, you're wrong. And things like that. In that category, if you really think about it, right, there's no good thing in winning an argument, Yeah, you're right. Congratulations, your ego just got boosted. And so what? Like, the only person who's really winning an argument is the person who could admit that he or she was wrong, and then he or she learned something new, if you follow me, Because if you win an argument and, hey, I was right, you didn't learn anything new, you didn't get anything out of it. The only person who get anything out of it is the person who, learns something, who corrects his or her beliefs and gets better, So it's actually better to be wrong and admit you're wrong, because that's how you learn and learn new stuff, instead of trying to prove you're right, because you don't get anything out of being right other than getting your ego boosted and feeling like you're better than you are for, I don't know, 5 minutes before that fades away again. So yeah, so this quote is really multifaceted and it's so important. And yeah, if you really want to improve and get forward in life, you have to make mistakes and see these mistakes and failures as learning opportunities, because that's the only way to grow. Like, I'll admit, yeah, it's not always nice to get rejected or to fail or make mistakes. Like, I've certainly made a lot in my time, and I'm only like 19 years old or something. And yeah, it's not like it's enjoyable when you do them all the time, but you can really learn something. And that's the beauty of it. Like, you can improve and you can get better. So yeah, this is the quote from Richard Feynman, and I really hope you enjoyed. and you learn something from it, because it's a really important quote. It's really important advice, actually, to be happy to be wrong and to learn from that, and be happy to make mistakes so you can learn. So yeah, this was Hans-Peder, and I hope you enjoyed the quote. Bye.